Thank you. Thank you so much to our witnesses for coming today and for all your work and all you're doing for our country. I think the SPP program shows that not only are you focused on defending our nation and our states, and you're also focused on seeing how we can be better all the time and using that collaboration and that diplomacy through the SPP program to strengthen ties with countries around the world. And you know, something was mentioned earlier about regime change. I think these programs have, in pretty much every case, predated quite a bit some of those regime changes. And just because the National Guard is there does not mean the National Guard was the reason for that regime change. I think what's happening here with this program is we're simply working with every country that's willing to work with us and that makes sense to work with to try to improve our own defenses as well as to work collaboratively with them. And as mentioned in another meeting with some of the witnesses, these collaborations have ended in really important ties and even individual relationships that have been crucial to our diplomacy with some of these countries and around the world. And so I think it's a great program. It's something that Congress should continue to support. And one last thing, it's not related, but I think I have to bring it up. The recent events in California with the National Guard being deployed there, it was the first time in 60 years that a president has deployed the National Guard without request from the state's governor. And it was unnecessary and escalatory. And one of the things that really bothers me about that is, our folks in the National Guard are doing their jobs and they're serving our country. And by the time that they were deployed, those protests had been under control. And it was completely unnecessary. And what ended up happening was, according to one report, troops reportedly arrived without lodging or federal funds for food, water, or other supplies, and it was unclear whether additional troops would stay or how enough portable bathrooms would be supplied. And only 300 troops were actually deployed, and the rest were sitting unused in federal buildings without orders. And, I think what was happening was we were making a political point when the president sent the National Guard there. And the upshot of it was it cost taxpayers tens of millions of dollars. I think one estimate put it at $134 million. And so it's completely unnecessary. And I think the weaponization of the National Guard and of our military is wrong, and we should stand up against it. So I'll yield back. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.